Hello, humans.
Hello! Wait a second. Did you just assume my species?
Today's video is 7 question YouTube tag videos. So 7 questions, and I assume I challenge a couple of YouTubers to do the same questions.
You know how, like, when you get really YouTube famous and there's like a lot of people that watch you, and then like smaller channels, they try to suck your dick at every opportunity? Like what I totally don't do with Bearing. That's what's going on here. Except I like MrHurtfull. He's actually really funny. Just fucking with you, man.
Question 1. How and why did you get into YouTube?
Well, the how is I got all the stuff you need to do videos, and I learned how to do it, and I started doing it. How is kind of weird. Why is I was living with my ex, and I was terribly miserable. And I don't mind saying this because she knows. I was terribly miserable, and I really just kind of made up a reason to not be involved in that situation as much as possible. So I got Sundays pretty much all to myself to do podcasts with my buddy Dennis, and it was just a really good excuse for Dennis to come over and hang out for a couple hours, and for me to not have to deal with my girlfriend at the time. And yeah, that's pretty much why I did it. That's what we started doing. We started doing podcasts. So I was still doing this kind of shit even back then. It's just it was very different. It was a very different show back then. It was more, I don't really care about the actual facts. I just want to make it funny. Very different show back then. Those could be some embarrassing things. If people want to find shit to dig up on me to make me look stupid, the first and second page of my channel, or the last 2 pages of my channel, however you look at it, that's where to find it.
What kind of YouTube channel? See, this is what I mean. What kind of YouTube channel do you have, and why did you choose the type of channel you're doing? Example, blah 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 blah.
Well, I started off doing podcasts, so you know that story pretty much already. And then nobody cared about that. Nobody was watching it. So I wanted to do gaming. So I started doing gaming stuff. And more people cared about that, but still nobody cared about that. And then I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I kind of quit YouTube for like a year. And I tried to figure out what I wanted to do, and just nothing made me happy. And then with the election, I started screwing around with the election stuff, making videos critiquing the election and what was going on. And then it just branched out into anti-feminism and all this kind of stuff. So here I am. I don't remember if there was anything else to that question, but that's the type of channel I have. And maybe it was why did I get... Well, there you go. That's why. There you go. The whole story. The Egocast saga.
How did you come up with your YouTube name? Oh, God.
Is your recording room like underneath the stairs, like Harry Potter's bedroom? What the fuck? But to answer the question, the way I came up with the name was I thought the Egocast sounded funny, because anybody who knows me, they know that like my biggest virtue is my humility. You know, it is the one thing about me that I hold in highest regard. It's just my unrelenting humbleness is amazing. It's really something to behold. Like, you know, and I'm not even bragging about it. I can't possibly, because my humility doesn't allow it. It's just truth. It's just fact. You know, it just is the way it is. You know, there was an actual poll in a study, and I came up as the most humble man in the world. It's out there. Check into it. But yeah, so I thought it would be funny, you know, like you call a fat guy skinny, right-handed guy lefty, shit like that, you know, those kind of nicknames. So I thought the Egocast would be funny, And then I looked it up to see if anybody else had that name, and I found out that egocasting is what people call podcasting. So I was like, well, that's funny, because nobody was using it as a name, but, you know, so I thought it was funny to call my show the Egocast as if it was like the Egocast of Egocast. You know, it is the podcast to end all podcasts. So I thought that was kind of hysterical. And then, you know, once you do something on YouTube, you kind of become like a brand. And I don't really know what else I'd call myself now. You know, whatever. So, yeah, that's how I came up with it. I thought of something that I'd never heard before was an actual thing, and it wound up being an actual thing, but nobody else had taken it, so fuck it.
Question number 4. Do you edit your own videos and make your own thumbnails?
Yes, and yes. Yeah, I do. All those memes that I put up that are the thumbnails, that's all me. And I edit the videos because I don't make enough money to have somebody else do it, and I would probably be too cheap to have somebody else do it, even if I could pay them to do it.
Question number 5. What kind of camera do you use? If you don't use a camera in your videos, maybe say what kind of editing program you use, or microphone.
I use a Canon Vixia HFR62. I don't know if the HFR62 is an important part of it or not, but yeah, Canon Vixia, whatever the fuck that is. And as far as microphone, I use this is probably loud. I use the microphone that came with the little box set thing that the camera came in, and it works pretty well. And as far as my editing software, I use Coral Video Studio X7. Because I'm too cheap to buy anything newer. And it was cheap to begin with. And better than Windows Movie Maker. So, you know, if you want to get a free editor and just do simple stuff, just use a free editor and do simple stuff. If you want to do a little bit more complex stuff, then you got to get a more complex editor, and that shit costs money. I wanted something that I could do, like the little fuzzy, you know, fuzzing out things, because I wanted to play games like L.A. Noire that has nudity and shit in it, and you can't put that stuff on YouTube. So I needed that kind of stuff. And it's got all sorts of bells and whistles that I've just found useful through the years. So that's what I use and why I bought it.
Number 6. What is your favourite thing about your... What is your favourite thing about being on YouTube?
Honestly, my favorite thing about being on YouTube is interacting with the audience. That was really the reason why I wanted to do it. I don't... You know, I'm too smart for all the people that I know. They're just dummies compared to me. So I wanted to broaden my net and see if I could find some more smart people, and I haven't found any yet. But, you know, I'm kind of jaded because I view anybody that listens to me with any sort of seriousness as not being all that intelligent. So you all kind of fail in my book. But whatever. No, seriously though, I like interacting with the crowd. I like talking to you guys. I like when you have opposing views. I like when you have funny, you know, agreements. I like interacting with people. I'm a people person. I'm a hermit that's a people person. I love interacting with people. I just don't like going out anywhere. So this is the easiest way for me to interact with more people and not have to leave my apartment.
Question number 7. This is also the last question.
Aww.
What is your advice to anyone else starting a YouTube channel?
Fucking don't. No, like, do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, don't think of it as something that's going to make you money. Because 9 times out of 10 ain't going to make you any money. So, do what you want to do. Like, don't do something that suits you. Don't say, well, video game channels are really popular. And if you don't enjoy doing the editing of video editing, which is what I hated the most about it, don't do it. You know, if you're not having fun with it, if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. Do what you want to do. There's going to be a crowd for you, and if there isn't, you just have to accept that you are a niche that is so exclusive to just people like you that there you go. There aren't many people like you, I guess. I don't know. You just do what you want to do. Do it for fun. Don't do it for a job. Let it become a job on its own, because it's not going to be if you're trying to force it. Believe me, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. If you're not enjoying it, if it's, you know, it just don't do it. Do what you want to do.
Who shall I tag? The Egocast.
Hello!
Yeah. I'll get you to do these questions. I'll write them down in the description, so you don't have to watch my video. You can just go in the description.
How extremely thoughtful of you, man, to tell me that you wrote them all down in the description so that I wouldn't have to watch the whole video at the end of the video. I guess it's the thought that counts. Fucker. Don't you know I'm busy? I got shit to do.
I know everybody's busy doing their own thing.
Yeah, see, you know that everybody's busy doing their own thing. What the fuck, man? No, actually, I thought his answers were funny. His video is obviously linked down in the description. And do I have to tag somebody? Am I supposed to tag somebody? I tag Riley Dennis. That's who I tag. I want Riley Dennis to... I tag you, Riley Dennis. You are it. Riley Dennis, go! Pokemon battle.